Hello and welcome to another episode of the Force 13 game show here on Force 13 Extra. It's episode 4, believe it or not. We've already arrived at episode 4, and in the past 3 episodes, we've seen Waniel. He went on 2 wins in a row until it was halted by Wanny, who won the 3rd game, and now he is. Oh, what sort of order is that actually? But now he's playing Devon this evening. So, Wanny, first of all, hello.
Hello.
Hi, how you doing? Have you been looking forward to this?
I've been looking forward to it, but I also have a question.
Already? Okay.
Um, will there be any rematches or not?
No. Not unless we get really desperate and run out of every single player that we've ever had. Okay, we also have Devon. He is our new challenger this evening. Hello.
Hey, mate.
And what do you think about this, basically?
What do I think about what is the question? Like this whole game show atmosphere or whatnot?
Yeah, have you been looking forward to it? Do you think you'll win?
Oh, yeah, I've definitely been looking forward to it. Semester winding down, wanted to do something fun at the end of the week.
Oh, how about that?
Saw this, thought, hey, looks like something I might be able to do well at. So, we'll see what happens.
Well, let's hope so. Wanny will know all the rules by now. Devon might as well, because he may have watched previous shows. I don't know whether he has.
I've watched one previous show. If you could just go through like basics, just make sure I know everything.
Well, it's pretty simple, and to be quite honest, I struggle to keep it the same every single time, don't I? I need to get my sheet of paper first of all.
Don't we all?
Yeah. We're not as professional as these game shows. They churn out professionally, but that's us. Anyway, obviously round 1, it's a general storm knowledge round. Both players will have 60 seconds each to answer as many storm questions as possible to gain points. 10 points given for each correct answer given. And first up, it's going to be Wanny, who won last time, and he's going to be first up today.
Okay.
So, any last words, Wanny, before we begin?
Have fun.
Have fun. I hope you do. Hi. I'm just buying time there. Okay, let's go. 60 seconds on the clock. Name the last storm that formed in a 2014 Atlantic hurricane season.
Hannah.
Correct. How many Category 5 hurricanes formed in 2005 in the Atlantic?
3.
Incorrect. It was 4, I think. A storm with sustained winds of 160 kilometers per hour is what category on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane scale?
4.
Incorrect, 2. Which Asian country typically sees the most amount of storm landfalls?
Philippines.
Correct. Meteo France is responsible for tracking cyclones in which area?
Australia.
Incorrect. Cyclone Ita made landfall in which Australian state in 2014?
Queensland.
Correct. Hurricane Betsy was the first storm to cause how many dollars in damage?
1 billion.
Correct. Hickey was the first ever named storm in which basin?
East Pacific.
Correct. The Atlantic hurricane names are recycled how often?
Once a year.
Every 6 years. That was the end of round 1 for Wanny. He scored 50 points.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
Formidable.
Well, possibly better than, I would hesitate to say this, but possibly better than what Waniel would have done.
Yeah, Manuel flunks it.
Oh,
Hey.
they have it in for him now. Devon, you're up next. Are you ready?
Let's rock.
Let's rock. Here goes. 6 seconds on the clock. In which decade did Hurricane Camille cause catastrophic damage to the Gulf Coast?
60s.
Correct. Name the last storm that formed in the 2014 Pacific hurricane season.
Pass.
The Galveston hurricane swamped the area at the start of which century?
1900s.
Correct. Names beginning with U, X, Y, and Z and which other letter aren't used in the Atlantic naming lists?
Q.
Correct. What is the most used cyclone name worldwide, Alice or Emma?
Alice.
Correct. If a storm was numbered 4B, what basin would it be in?
Pass.
Incorrect. Typhoon Nina caused huge amounts of flooding in what Asian country in 1975?
Pass.
Incorrect. In 2013, Hurricane Ingrid and what East Pacific storm caused major damage in Mexico?
Manual.
Correct. Hurricane Kenna was a Category 5 storm in which basin?
Pass.
In 1998, Hurricane Mitch made landfall in which country?
Guatemala.
Not quite. It was Honduras. Which year recorded 13 Category 5 storms? 97 or 2005? I'll let you answer.
2005.
Incorrect. 1997. Had a record 13 Category 5s. Well, Devon did pretty well. Also scores 50. How about that? End of round 1, we are still tied. All right. Well, where do we go next? Oh, I know where we go next. We go to the Guess the Storm round. How do you guys think you're going to do in the Guess the Storm round? Because I've no idea how Devon's going to do, and Wanny didn't have the opportunity to play it last show, so
We'll find out.
Speculate.
I thought we were going to do the Name Your Storm round like the last time.
Ah, yes. That was just the one-off, that one, I think.
Okay.
Things change
Sounds
around
good.
pretty quickly. All right, then. You know how Guess the Storm works. I'll show you the storm. You start with a possible 60 points. For every clue revealed, you lose 10 points, but it gets easier, of course. And there's no real time limit, but I will be hurrying you along so as not to take too much time, and also not allow you the chance to look it up either, if that were possible. Okay, these first ones are for Wanny, because he was first to play round 1. So, Wanny, here comes your first storm. What storm is it?
Clue.
It's an Atlantic hurricane.
Clue.
Oops. A storm that occurred in the last 20 years.
Clue.
Peaked as a Category 3 storm.
Clue.
An A-named storm that never made landfall as a tropical cyclone.
Clue.
Choose between Hurricane Alex and Hurricane Alberto.
Alex?
Incorrect. It was Alberto. Alberto of 2000. Okay, here's your next one. Any ideas at all?
Clue.
It's a Pacific typhoon. I think we may have gathered that already.
Clue.
Yeah. A storm that occurred in the last 10 years.
Clue.
Peaked as a Category 4 storm.
Clue.
Caused significant damage in the Philippines and in Vietnam in 2006.
Clue.
Was it Typhoon Cimarron or Typhoon Zangsen?
Cimarron?
Sorry, Wanny, you've not got it again. It was the other one. One of the rare storms that began with an X name. There's only 3 ever that have been named with an X, I think. Here's your third one. Ah, it's a map. What storm is pictured with its forecasted track here?
Is there clues on this?
Nope, I'm afraid not on this one.
I don't.
Think about it.
Arthur?
It was still operationally, at least, can't remember about post-cyclone analysis, but operationally it was still a tropical storm in this location. And this is as far as I'm going to go with the clues. It wasn't ever so long ago either.
I pass.
It was, I believe, what was then Tropical Storm Earl, once hurricane.
Earl?
2010, I think. I believe it was. Okay, well, unfortunately, Wanny, you scored no points in that round. But now it's Devon's turn, and he'll be put to the test now. Let's see how well he does. I worry because Jason would probably do extremely well at these as well.
Yeah.
So, and he's going to be coming up soon as well. I think 2 shows from now he'll be playing, so good luck to him. Anyway, your first one, Devon, here it comes. It's a radar image.
I'll take a clue.
First clue, it's an Atlantic hurricane. I think that was pretty
Oh,
obvious.
really?
Yeah.
That helped.
There's
Another
people,
clue, please.
people like Waniel who doesn't know where Wilmington and Cape Hatteras are. A storm that occurred in the 2000s decade.
That doesn't narrow it down, clue.
Very much. Pictured making its final tropical landfall. Implying that it made possibly one before then, but not for certain.
Clue.
A major hurricane in 2004. Don't forget, an incorrect guess would force another clue as well.
Oh. Would that be Hurricane Charlie, 2004?
I believe it is. It was Hurricane Charlie. So Devon gets 20 points for that one. Excellent. Here's the next one.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Clue.
Yeah. Again, a Pacific typhoon, quite clearly. I might help you out a little bit, actually. I believe, I hope so anyway, if I've done my research right, it was actually a Pacific super typhoon.
Clue. Looks like some super typhoon.
Storm that occurred in the 2000s once more. All from that era today, by the looks of things.
Keep going. Clue.
A storm that made it into the Indian Ocean as a tropical depression, which might possibly give it away for some.
I don't know Pacific storms. Clue.
2004 storm also made landfall in Vietnam.
Clue.
Hey, you're guaranteed to be 20 in front of Wani at the moment. Between Typhoon Durian and Typhoon Muifa. 50-50 choice.
Muifa.
Oh, you picked the wrong one.
Aye, aye, aye.
It was Durian, made landfall, I think it was 155 miles per hour, just short of Category 5, but obviously above the super typhoon threshold. Here's the next one. It's another track map. But what is it? At this stage, it was forecasted to become a major hurricane
Right.
the Baja California Peninsula at that intensity. But did it?
I'm trying to remember Baja California hurricanes.
I'll give you a little clue on this because I gave Wani a bit of a clue. It was before Force 13 came on the scene, let's say.
Yeah, the map looks like that was made before then.
Ah, he's familiar with his map.
I'm familiar with what the older and style maps look like, but
Yeah,
I
was
don't.
getting familiar with
I've
them.
got I don't have the foggiest of an idea.
Shall I tell you?
Go ahead. I have no clue.
The answer in the end, it was Hurricane Jemina.
I would have never got that.
Ended up striking the
I've
area.
never even heard of a storm called Jemina.
Oh, it's one that pops in my head back in 2009. Maybe it's because it was one of the first storms I tracked, but never mind.
Chelsea.
Well, what did you say?
Chelsea.
Well, that's the end of round two. And at the end of round two, Wani remains on 50 points, and Devon goes ahead somewhat with 70. How about that? More rounds on the way, including the specialist subject round, which will be rather interesting. I think Devon might storm home with that one, possibly. And then, of course, the general knowledge round, which I think both of them will struggle with. Anyway, we're going to take a short interval now, and we'll be back in a few moments with the rest of the game show. But during this little intermission, perhaps we could have a little bit of a weather update. Steve and Wani, I suppose could you tell us at all about the tornado watch that's in effect for Texas and Louisiana at the moment?
Yeah, we have some in Texas, Kansas, and we do have a tornado warning.
Now, I'm still not familiar so much with tornadoes, just that they happen generally in the springtime, or coming into the summer sometimes, or whatever, in Tornado Alley and all that sort of area. Is the current activity normal?
What? Right now for tornadoes?
Is it above average, below average, around average?
Oh, it's below average.
Right. There's a tornado warning in effect for an area in There's a fly on my screen now. In northwestern Brown County, southern Callahan County, and northeastern Coleman County in west central Texas. There's also a new area that's had a tornado warning now over large parts of Kansas as well, with severe thunderstorm warnings in effect for a select few areas there around northern Ellis County. So it's getting a bit stormy around there. And
I know I haven't paid any attention to severe weather so far this season,
now,
but I haven't heard much of any tornado outbreaks. And
I'm
there's
sure there was a tornado warning in Pennsylvania a few
yeah,
days
I know that. On Monday there was one very close to Harrisburg, which is actually only maybe 40, 50 miles from campus. So
Right. So, yeah, I mean, here in the UK we never really get tornadoes. Apparently there was one in the news around 3 years ago. I think it was an EF0. That's how tornado we would get here.
I heard that there was a rather large destructive tornado in Brazil, somewhere in Brazil.
That's right. Our Brazilian correspondent, Pablo, was telling us all about that. Well, telling me anyway.
Brazilian correspondent, hasn't there only been one hurricane that's hit Brazil?
Well, yes, but he was tracking the two cyclones we had in the South Atlantic this winter.
Oh.
Both subtropical in the end, I think. Jason's showing us something. San Angelo, Texas. That's where the storms are.
Yeah.
Which is rather interesting.
Oh, I see.
Okay, I think we've had just enough time to recuperate. And now we're going to get either very easy or very hard or both mixed questions for Wanny is going to be the first to do the these questions. Math questions, Wanny. Are you still happy with that?
I'm so happy. Doesn't matter
Excellent.
if I win or not. It's a game. I don't have to be the champion like mine. So.
No, I'm just saying, are you still happy with your chosen subject? That's all.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yes. Okay. Excellent. Okay. 60 seconds on the clock. Here goes. What is the term given to the perimeter around a circle?
Circumference.
Correct. What is an isosceles triangle?
A triangle with only two sides equal.
Correct. What is 2/3 of 270?
90. No, 180.
Gotta take your first answer, I'm afraid. How many straight edges does a cube have?
8.
Incorrect. 12. What is 4,995 divided by 15?
4,995 divided by 15. 333.
Correct. What is 11 times 7?
77.
Correct. How many hours are there in 7 days?
168.
Correct. What is the square root of 144?
12.
Correct. What is 11 times 11?
121.
Correct. What is 100 minus 151?
Negative 51.
Correct. What is 12 times 6?
72.
Correct. How many zeros are there in 1 billion?
8.
9, isn't it? Yeah, it is 9. How many sides does a quadrilateral have?
4.
Correct. And that is the end of the round, and Wanny stormed through the maths questions. Little surprise there. He ended up getting no less than 10 correct, so that boosts Wanny up to 150. So I'm hoping Devon has a good showing in the astronomy round now, which I think he will, you know.
Let's hope so. There's been times where I've legitimately bombed this.
You've done... oh, I see. Well, let's hope not. These questions were, well, most of them, were kindly compiled by our friend Waniel. So blame me if the questions are wrong.
Okay.
The answers.
Let's
Okay.
roll.
60 seconds on the clock. Here goes. How many moons does Jupiter have?
67.
Is it? Let's say 63 on here. We'll confirm that. What is the name of Saturn's largest moon?
Titan.
Correct. Name one of the gases that make up the majority of Saturn's atmosphere.
Hydrogen.
Correct. Name the first dog to orbit the Earth.
Sputnik.
Incorrect. In what year was the Pluto system scheduled to be visited by spacecraft?
2015.
Correct. How many terrestrial planets are there?
4.
What is a tetrad?
Pass.
Name the spiral galaxy closest to the Milky Way.
Andromeda.
Correct. What is the second brightest star in the night sky?
Vega.
Incorrect. Name one of Jupiter's Galilean moons.
Io.
Correct. How many stars are in Orion's belt?
3.
Correct. Where would one find the Sea of Tranquility?
Moon.
Correct. How long does it take for the moon to make a complete orbit around Earth?
28.5 days.
Correct. What is the name of the supermassive black hole at the center of the Milky Way?
Sagittarius A star.
Correct. What is the name of the first space shuttle?
Don't know.
Oh, it was Enterprise. You got through all of my questions just about there. I was getting a bit worried. Now, Daniel wrote the first question, so let me just confirm how many moons Jupiter does have. It says 63 here. You said 67.
Yeah. I've seen
67
63, 67. I've seen a bunch of things, so.
We're giving it to Devon, don't worry about that. Which means that Devon, I think, has got more than Wanny there. He stormed through that, and he scored 11. Yeah, one more. So that puts Devon right up to 180. Still close, though, as we enter the general knowledge round.
Here we go. I was hoping to have a decent lead going into this.
Okay, we've got 2 minutes worth of questions on here. If we get through all of the questions, we'll be asking some general storm questions because we've still got some of those left.
Okay.
Now, if I can find out how I'm going to time 2 minutes, that might help as well.
Wait, I have an online stopwatch I can use.
Yes, but you might be a bit biased there, Steve. Jason, do you have anything that you could use for us? I know he's very resourceful. I was very last minute with coming up with these things, you know. Just because I would just put 2 minutes on generally, but it goes pretty quick because if someone gets the answer wrong, I pass it over to the other person. So I'd like to stop the clock every time someone buzzes in. I think our buzz synchronization is
You should be able to just go and get an online countdown timer somewhere. They're not that hard to find.
Yeah, I'm on that right now.
I think it's online-stopwatch.com or something.
That's what we use.
Yeah, there's plenty of stuff that you can use. Okay, I think we are ready, just about. Oh, wait. Now I've got to put it in a convenient location where I can change the score and stop the clock at the same time. Yeah, it's awful, isn't it? Okay,
we do that double window, man.
Oh yeah, you bet. All right, final round. Okay, here goes. 30 points between the two. 2 minutes on the clock. And the time starts now. What was the former name of Ho Chi Minh City? Buzz in.
Buzz.
Wanny.
This is gonna be a dumb answer, but I'm saying.
Incorrect. Devon, do you know?
Absolutely not.
It was Saigon. Who was the first person to reach the South Pole?
Buzz.
Wanny.
I forgot. Oh, no.
Incorrect. Devon, do you know? No. Let's continue. In what year did Margaret Thatcher become Prime Minister? That's an English question, isn't it?
I'm not British.
Oh, right. Some people are.
I'll take a swing at this. Buzz.
Go on.
1974.
Oh, you were close. It was 1979. What number is a hurricane on the Beaufort scale?
Buzz.
Devon.
12.
Correct. And I've lost my pen now as well. It's getting better and better, isn't it? Don't worry, the clock is stopped. I'm going to have to use a pencil instead for the last round. Devon's got 10 points, and that's up to 190. Okay, let's continue. How many players are there in a netball team?
Buzz.
Sorry, Wanny.
I'm guessing 4?
Incorrect. Devon, do you know?
I've never even heard of that.
Correct answer is 7. How many bones are in the human body?
Buzz.
Wanny.
I'm guessing 380?
Incorrect. Devon?
220.
Incorrect. 206. In which ocean are the Cape Verde Islands?
Buzz.
Wanny just about got that.
Atlantic.
Correct. It's the Atlantic. Wanny's up to 160. I just figured out I don't actually need a pencil. Let's continue. The Winter Palace is in which Russian city?
Buzz.
Wanny.
I think Moscow.
Incorrect. Devon.
St. Petersburg.
Correct. Up to 200. On which island is the volcano Mount Etna?
Buzz.
Wanny.
I don't know. Chile.
Incorrect. Devon.
No.
It was Sicily. Which line on the weather map links places of equal atmospheric pressure?
Buzz.
Buzz.
Wanny just about got that.
I don't know.
Devon.
Isobars.
Correct. A British TV audience outnumbered a British radio audience for the first time for what special occasion? And I'll give you a clue because you're not British. It was a coronation of some sort.
Buzz.
Devon.
Coronation of Queen Elizabeth II.
Correct. Devon up to 220. What is the name of the vast freshwater marsh area which covers most of southern Florida?
Buzz.
But
Wanny.
I don't know. I'm not from Florida.
Devon will know this.
Everglades.
Correct. It's the Everglades. Ooh, a big gulf opening up now. How many days are there in Lent?
Buzz.
Wanny.
Isn't it like 3 weeks?
How many days?
Oh, 27?
Incorrect. Devon.
60.
Incorrect. 40. 46 seconds left on the clock. In which country is the world's highest waterfall?
Buzz.
Wanny.
I'm guessing USA?
Incorrect. Devon.
Brazil.
Not quite. Venezuela. For what process do plants need sunlight, CO2, and water?
Buzz.
Devon.
Photosynthesis.
Cookie!
Cookie. What is the Fahrenheit equivalent of 20 degrees centigrade?
Buzz.
Devon.
70 Fahrenheit.
I don't know.
Not quite.
I don't care.
Wanny.
I don't know.
Take your time.
90?
Incorrect. It was 68. In which year was the Falklands War?
Buzz?
Wanny.
I don't know. 1848?
No. Devon.
I don't think I was close.
No, you weren't.
It's just, I thought it was sometime in the 1900s. I can't remember the year.
Well, you were sort of right. It was 1982. In which sport do the away team always bat first?
I don't know.
Buzz.
Devon.
Baseball.
Correct. 250. The first person to ever do so, I think. In which holiday is a Jewish day for atonement?
Buzz?
Wanny.
I'm just guessing Hanukkah.
Incorrect.
Hanukkah. That's the
Can you please repeat the question? I didn't quite hear it.
I was rubbish at saying that question, wasn't I? Which holiday is the Jewish Day of Atonement?
Kabbalah.
Incorrect. It was Yom Kippur. Can't even talk anymore. 18 seconds left on the clock. Which country has the longest coastline?
Buzz?
Wanny.
US.
Incorrect. Devon.
Russia.
Incorrect. It's apparently Canada. Malibu Beach is in which US state?
Buzz?
Wanny.
Guessing Florida?
No. Devon.
I don't know either. California.
Correct. It's California. Marble is a form of which type of rock?
Buzz?
Wanny.
Glass.
Incorrect. Devon.
I know how to play marble.
Metamorphic.
Incorrect. Limestone.
I've heard of limestone, but I didn't know that people in marble use it.
I didn't know how specific it needed to be.
Yeah, I know, right?
7 seconds remaining.
Cookie!
What is the capital city of Malaysia?
Cookie City.
And we're out of time.
Good job, Devin. You won.
Devon's won.
Yeah.
The capital of Malaysia, for those concerned individuals.
Devin, if you can
Kuala
come over
Lumpur.
radio, I'll give you cookies. I'll show you some right now. Hold on a second.
And Devon did a very good job there. Ended up finishing 260 for Devon and 160 for Wanny. I'm pretty sure that's the highest score we've ever seen so far.
cookies.
So, congrats to Devon. Devon, would you be able to join us on Tuesday evening against Chanel?
Tuesday.
We can change if you're unsure about that though.
Tuesday evening. Evening. Would it be after 4 p.m. Eastern time?
See, cookies.
Yeah.
If it's after 4 Eastern, I'll be able to play.
Excellent.
Cookies.
Probably going to be 5 again then.
One cookie.
Okay. Yeah, because I've got a final from 1 to 4 on Tuesday.
Oh gosh.
Want
Well,
a cookie?
don't think about the game show. Think about the final.
I will.
Steve and Wanny are now giving out free cookies to everyone watching. So.
I'd give out some free biscuits, but I gave them all away yesterday.
Well, we're calling it a night here at Force 13 HQ. That's all from the game show. Devon will be back here. He's facing Yanel, hopefully, on Tuesday evening. Until then, that's all for now. If you'd like to be on a future show to face one of these people in future, then please send us a message to our email address, force-13@hotmail.co.uk is my email address. Or you can, of course, send a message through one of the many mediums. YouTube, of course, that's the obvious place because you're probably watching on there right now. And, of course, social platforms, Facebook and Twitter as well. Just send us a message if you'd like to be part of the game show. And at the end of 15 episodes, whoever is still on the winner's chair by then will be through to face myself in a big grand final. How about that?
Ooh.
They'll probably win as well.
I don't have a good chance of doing that.
Well, I don't know. I think if you survive, Devon, to face Jason, I think you might have a job on your hands then. Because Jason is another very intelligent person. Until then, that's all from us for now. We'll be back on Tuesday evening with another game show on Force 13 Extra. Until then, we'll see you again soon. And of course, Force 13 Game Storm updates on the channel there as well.
When he says bye.
When he says bye, we're all saying goodbye. Au revoir. Adios.
Bye-bye.
See you again soon. Oops, wrong.